Hello everyone, welcome to our HTML5 and CSS course series 3. Today we'll be looking at something very interesting. If you're new here, last week indeed we dealt with how to use some text editors, and I introduced you some couple of text editors. I'll be leaving a link here where you can just go there and take a recap and join us here. Today what we'll be looking at is saving an HTML file or saving an HTML files. Now, as I just said, welcome to our HTML5 and CSS course series 3. Now, as you know, my name is Prince Armstrong of Armstrong Computers. Okay, basically that is just that. Let's move on then. Now, what about saving an HTML file? Now, you need to understand something. Our previous video, I didn't take a recap of what really a file extension is. Now, saving an HTML file, what one needs to know is that you need to save your HTML file with the .html file extension. Okay, you need to save your HTML file with the .html file extension. Now, what about file extension? A file extension is an extra text at the end of a file name after a dot. Okay, that is a file extension, and that describe what type of file the file is. Okay, so without wasting my time, let me take you through what I'm talking about. So first, let me launch my text editor known as Sublime Text. Okay, Sublime Text. So this my Sublime Text, I'll double click on it to be open. So this is my Sublime Text. So now first what I'm going to do, I'm going to write my first, how do you call it, my first web page. So let's begin by writing my first web page. So I'll just go by declaring something we call doc declaration. So first I need to declare what document I'm creating. Okay, I need to declare the document I'm creating. As I just said, stay put. I'm going to show you the trick where you can just use this, and then that trick, you can just use that trick and then use it to save your, to write your first web page, and that trick will help you very well, to help you so much to understand the basic concept of saving your work, and also the basic aspects of writing your first code of line. So let's move on. So I'd like you to just go ahead and let's write the first code. So it's going to be I'm writing HTML doc, so I'll do my doc declaration. So doc, okay, doc type, okay, so doc type, so that is the document type is HTML. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and bring my HTML and bring the close tag of my HTML. Now in between my HTML, I'll go by bringing something we'll call header. Now let me explain header for you to understand. Now for instance, let me just go to Google. I want to explain header for you guys to understand. Now, so when I go to Google, for instance, there's something I want to show you guys. So let me close this one. Okay, so you can see this is Google. You can see that Google then have something very interesting here. You can see that the name of the browser or the name of this particular page is known as what? Google. So they save it as Google. So we are writing a header where in between the header we want to title the web page that we are creating. So for instance, when I go to something like Armstrong, okay, Armstrong Computers, and I press enter. So this is our website. So when I click here, and then let's see what happens. Now you can see that our website, I name the title of the website as what? As Armstrong Computers. So for you to name your web page as Armstrong Computers, you need to bring a header. So in between the header, then you bring the title, then you can name your web page as Armstrong Computers. So let's look at that. So back to my Sublime Text. So I'll just bring my header. So pay attention and write your code just like that. So closing tag of my header again, that is heading. So in between the heading, I'll go ahead and bring the title. Okay, that is the title I want to give to the web page. Okay, then after that, I'll bring the close tag of the title also as well. Okay, so in between the title tag, okay, here, so I'm going to name it as, let's say, Armstrong. Okay, Armstrong test. Beautiful. So now this means that the name I'm saving the web page as Armstrong, not saving, but therefore I'm titling the web page as Armstrong test, as we saw in this very slide. What we have on top, we have Armstrong computers. So that is how you can save your web page. Then the name will display on the bar here, more or less. We call it the title bar or the browser title page. Okay, so basically that is just that. So let me go ahead and continue the code. So here, so after that, let's continue. So let's continue and write the content. So to write the content, I'll put the cursor at the end point of the closing heading and press enter, and then go ahead and bring body. Okay, the body talks about the contents of the web page, and bring the close tag of the body also. Okay, so in between the body, I'll go ahead and bring the content. So let me write a paragraph. Okay, first I'm write a header. So I'm writing heading 1. I'm going to explain this. So today we'll take it one after the other. So closing tag of heading 1, and I'll press enter. So in between the closing tag of the heading 1, I'll go ahead and say God is good. Okay, so God is good. Okay, and then I'll bring a paragraph. So in the paragraph I'll use the P tag for the paragraph, maybe the closing tag of the paragraph also. So in between the paragraph tag, so this is the open tag of the paragraph, and this is the closing tag of the paragraph, where I'm going to put the content. Okay, remember the whole concept is you understanding, or you looking at how to save your web page. Okay, if you don't save your web page with the file extension, okay, you can't open the web page. The contents, the browser cannot even open. It can't open in your browser. So basically I'll go by saying hello. Okay, I'll go by saying, let's say hello, double L of course, hello Armstrong. Okay, hello Costy, and let me check. Okay, hello Costy. Okay, so hello Costy. So that will be my paragraph. So when I'm done, now remember that the body, the open tag of the body, you need to bring the closing tag of the body also. That will display the content of the web page. Now to save it, what I like you to do is that, okay, first you need to create a folder on your desktop. Remember that in our previous video we create a folder on the desktop where we save our first web page. Remember, let me open the folder you see as index. Okay, if you could remember. So as I just said, I will leave the link also here for our first introduction. Then you can just take a recap of that and join us here. So when you double click on it, so here you can see I save it as what, HTML file. So that display, that then the file will look like a browser. So when you double click on it, it will open. So now I've created the folder on the desktop known as HTML and CSS. So because it's a course, I want the whole thing to be in the folder. As I explained earlier on, that if you want to design a web page or website, you need to create a folder where all the pages that you create will be in that particular folder. Okay, that is very important. Take note of that. So I've already created a folder already, which is here. So I'm going to then save the file in this very folder. Remember, in a previous video we created a page known as index. So this is it here. So let me move on then. So I'll open my Sublime text. As you can see, that contain my first web page, my first code of line. So to save it, I'll just click on File and then look through the File menu. Okay, then click on what we have, Save As. So you can click on Save As in which way. You can also hold on to Ctrl+X and which way, then Save As dialog box will display. So let's assume that so yours will not be like this. So yours maybe because you created a folder on the desktop, you need to select desktop here. So when you select the desktop here, you can see we have HTML and CSS, and double click on it and the folder will be open. So let me name this also as, let's say saving, sorry, not in caps, of course. I want to do it saving HTML, okay, small letters file, so that at least we all see what I'm talking about. File. So this is the name that I give to the file, okay, or I'm giving to my web page. Okay, this is the name I'm giving to the web page. So now I need to bring the file extension so that the browser will understand the type of web page or document I'm creating. So it's going to be dot. So you can see I brought a dot to this. So after the dot, you go ahead and bring html. So that is the file extension. Okay, then after that, you just click on what, save. So after you click on save, you see that now the code have become colorful. Okay, so basically that is just that. So now the browser will just use this code to display the contents of the web page. As I stay put, I'm going to show you a secret here that will help you to just know how to code very fast. When you are coding, you will not struggle. Okay, now let me show you something. So after that, what I'd like you to do is that go ahead and open your folder. You can see we have saving HTML file. So I'll double click on it. The moment I double click on it, see what happens. So you can see, so this is my web page, and then as this is my web page, you can see that the name that I gave to it is displaying here. Now let me open it with a different browser so that it will be clear for you guys. So let me open it with so you can see here, so this is God is good and hello Costi. So basically, let me zoom it a little bit. So basically that is the end. You see the name that I gave to the file is displaying here, Armstrong test. So basically that is just that. Now let me show you a secret here, something that I want to teach you guys for you to see that if you do that when you are writing your code or when you are coding, it will be very easy for you. I mean, the code will just be popping up. Okay, you don't need to write the entire code. Okay, so on the or more or less you don't need to type the entire tag. Let me show you something. Now let's assume that, let me open a new page. To open a new page, just click on file and click on new file. So this is a new file. Let's assume I wanted to create a new web page. Okay, a new web page. Now I will advise that, this is my advice, I will advise to you that before you do this, you need to click on file, save the web page first. Okay, so let's save this one. So I'm going to click on file click on save, and I'm going to explain the secret why. So save, and then let's save it as, okay, let's save it as saving HTML file. Okay, file 2. Okay, then after that you can go ahead and go dots, okay, HTML. Okay, then you save. Or there's another trick I want to show you. You can go to where we have save as type, click on where we have all files, then you look through and select where we have HTML file. So this one is the file extension. You can select this. Okay, so then you just click on save, or you can just click on the name of the name that you have given to the web page. Okay, the name that you want to use to save the web page. Okay, then you put dots after the dot, then the file extension. Make sure that the file extension is always in small letters, in lowercase. Okay, in lowercase, very important. So now let me show you the trick I'm talking about, or let me educate you on something that I want you to know. So now as I just said, anytime you open a new page or you open your text editor, make sure you save the web page first before you start to code. Now, the reason being that, let me show you something. So let's save this one, save. The reason being that when you save it before coding, it help, okay, it bring the codes out, okay, automatically. For instance, so as I just said, let me educate you on that. So when you are writing your first code offline, what happened that the code pop up by itself. Let me show you something. So when I go by bring the dog decoration, I go like H, you see, so html, you see the secret now. So the moment I select this by pressing enter, it will just declare the value for me. Simple. I don't need to write a whole lot of stuff. So mine to just go ahead and then give it a title. Remember the title I'm going to give it, let's say Armstrong. So Armstrong text 2. Okay, then that is the page. Then the body, in between the body, I'll just click here and then bring my paragraph. Now my header. Now to bring my header, I'll just bring H. Remember I bring H to give me option for me H1, and there when the moment I press enter to bring the close tag and then the open tag also as well. Look at something. Voila. So in between the header, mine to just type my whatever I want the web browser or the web browser to display. So I just go like let's say sorry about that. Let's say hello world, or maybe some of the good hello world. Okay. So basically hello world. Then write a paragraph by saying paragraph. So the paragraph, when I press enter, it displays. So it give me the open tag and the close tag. So I'll go like hello world. This is Prince Costy. Okay. So basically that's I'm done. So this is another trick that I would like you to do. Okay, all the time remember to save your web page first before you start writing your code, so that the code will just be popping up, so that it will be easy for you to finish writing your code. So the moment I click on file and click on save, okay, and I go back to my browser, and then you see we have saving HTML file 2. The moment I double click on it, okay, it will open here hello world. This is Prince Costy. Okay, so basically that is just that. So catch you in the next course tutorial. Bye bye.